Doma Sports Talk, worldwide, with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now, got some bad news, some pessimistic news. But before, talk a little NBA real quick. About 2 weeks ago, I did a video talking about what teams you're going to have to watch in the NBA, right? And I was like, going to have to watch them Indiana Pacers. They're doing real well without Victor Oladipo, right? I'm going to do an extra video about them, what they need to do with Victor Oladipo. We'll talk about that. So watch them boys, because they're doing well. Everybody's getting their form together and whatever. We'll leave it at that, because I'm going to do an extra video about it. I said, something else? Watch them Oklahoma City Thunder. Gilgeous Alexander has taken that turn, and they still got Chris Paul, but he's willing to take a little bit of a back seat finally and just come at the end of the games. And then you got Schroeder from the bench, and the rest of them guys are still there, except for my boy, Jeremy Grant. But still watch out for them. But Gallinari, who I don't like to watch play, but is important. Steven Adams still handling his business, and followed by Newell from the bench. Watch them, right? They're going to be a hard out. And then the team that got one of the worst leagues, worst records in the league right now, be the Pelicans. Now, I know Zion Williams is Al Williamson. We don't need him, right? They're going to do well. Watch them start winning games. I said it. And this is what's happening. When he does come, if they're lurking out of that playoff picture, they might nick that 8th spot. Just wanted to get that out there, right? But let's talk a little boxing, right? A little boxing, y'all. Now, I was saying in another video, 2020, it ain't nothing I can come say, hey, y'all, shoot, man, 2020, man, it's going to be on. It's going to be this and that happening and this and that happening. Now, me, personally, the things that get me hyped is when we can get to unification, undisputed, those kind of fights. Now, it's still good fights out there. Boxing's going to have some good fights out there. And fights that we don't think they're going to be that great and turn out to be great. That's going to happen. But it's something to look forward to. Like, man, this is going to be this division, somebody going to be undisputed. I was looking through divisions in my head. I looked at it a little bit. I ain't even talking about the juniors and all the minimum weights and stuff, because the minimum weights is only about 10 minimum weights walking around on the planet. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm not really going, I'm talking about lightweight. Start there, where it's all happening. Lightweight. WBA champion is in that Lomachenko and WBO, right? IBF's Teofimo Lopez. Then you got Devin Haney, he's the WBC. But they put Devin Haney on recess, so 2 other dudes can fight. And so Devin Haney, when he's finally healed, he just injured himself in the fight. I think it's the shoulder. Then he'll fight one of those 2 guys instead of Lomachenko, because they put Lomachenko at franchise champion. So my point is, Lomachenko can fight Teofimo Lopez. That's a big fight to look forward to. You see what I'm saying? But it's still not going to be an undisputed fight, because Lomachenko accepted the franchise belt, right? Instead of just, this is what could have happened. Lomachenko would have fought Devin Haney. Boom. We'd have that guy there. That's all squared away. And then Lopez would have crystallized himself versus Comney. And then this fight would be undisputed. But it's not. I told you how people start acting weird when we get close to undisputed. This time it's Loma. Why would you accept the franchise right now? Loma beats Teofimo Lopez. He's still not undisputed. He would have to fight Devin Haney, even though Devin Haney got to fight one of those 2 guys. Because instead of just Devin Haney got hurt in a fight. Let me heal real quick. We don't need to have somebody else fight for something like Bacon and have me in recess. I'm 20 years old, man. I'm going to heal tomorrow. Shoot, they got a star roll on Heroes, reboot it. You know what I'm saying? 20-year-olds heal real quick. What are we doing that for? But whatever. That's just weird. That's just the lightweight division. But undisputed, we're going to get kind of close. But we're not. Loma had something to do with that one, right? Let's beat Haney and we will have no problem here. So I don't see undisputed there. I see a good fight with Lomachenko and Teofimo Lopez, though. But I don't see undisputed happening. Disappointing. Welterweight division. Right? Welterweight division. We used to argue now. Hey, Terrence Crawford needs to fight the PBC and this and that. You know what I'm saying? Well, Pacquiao is just now PBC. Pacquiao is not fighting Terrence Crawford ever. So we have that problem, because WBA is Pacquiao, right? And your boy IBF and the other one WBC, your boy got Errol Spence, but he hurt right now, and WBO is Terrence Crawford, so he can't fight Pacquiao right now, for example, because Pacquiao not going to do that. But if he and Pacquiao will fight right now, boom, the winner fights Errol Spence when he heals and he's so undisputed. That's not going to happen. It's not going to get anywhere close. The people that talk about Terrence Crawford, what people are saying, he should be fighting people that ain't got belts and stuff. Danny Garcia, Sean Porter, whatever. Worst thing could have happened is Keith Thurman losing to Pacquiao. People don't realize it, but Keith Thurman probably would have got down with this undisputed stuff sooner or later, right? Pacquiao won't, as long as Terrence Crawford has something to do with that. Now we waiting on Spence. So with that being said, ain't gonna be no undisputed welterweight division, not in 2020, right? It ain't. So we want to go up to middleweight division where it's absurd. Middleweight division, that's what Canelo and GGG is. GGG's about to fight Zamareta. All right, 4 knockouts. Just got 5 knockouts from about 30 fights. Right? He shouldn't even be the man until he gonna. That's who Golovkin about to fight. And you know who's behind Zamareta? Is Jacobs. Wouldn't that have been a good thing to say? Hey, you know what? I got some unfinished business with Jacobs. Let me take care of him then. Then a good fight. But Golovkin ain't trying to get no fight with somebody who can fight back. We seen that with your boy Derevyanchenko or anybody else. But he got Zamareta, Vanis Matarosa, and Steve Rose in his last fights. It's not like a Tyson Fury resume. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't it? You know, Rose, Matarosa. Now you got Zamareta. And that's Swartz, Pianetta. Almost rhymes with Zamareta. And Pianetta and Wallen. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same kind of thing popping off there. You know, he's not trying. Golovkin's not. He said it. He ain't trying to do no undisputed. Canelo had the chance to be undisputed versus Demetrius Andrade. But he went up here messing around with Kovalev. So he's not coming back. And he's accepted the franchise belt too, which means he ain't fighting Charlo neither. So Charlo and Andrade are not getting fought. They're undisputed champions in the middleweight division, which means we're going to have all kind of finagling again. There's no undisputed in the middleweight division either. Not anytime soon. So I can't say, hey man, whoa, watch out for that middleweight division in 2020. This is the beginning of 2020 and I'm talking like this. You know what I'm saying? Light heavyweight, that's closest. You know, that's the closest because Artur Beterbiev got the IBF and the WBC. And he beat a bad boy. What's that boy name from Ukraine that he beat? Vucic. See, but that should have been for undisputed because that's the kind of dudes that both would have went and fought. But now we got Dmitry Bivol got the WBA, and the WBO is vacant. They need to just give over to Gilberto Ramirez, let him fight with somebody, and they should hurry up and fight, and then Bivol fight Ramirez or whoever he fights, and then Beterbiev to get undisputed. Does that all happen? Does that all happen in 2020? I don't know, but that's a division to keep your eye on. It's possible. That's possible. Like if you was playing spades somewhere, you know, we got a guaranteed 3. It ain't happening, and possible. You know what I'm saying? You must got a queen in your hand, calling it a possible. You know what I'm saying? What else? And my heavyweight division, we got to talk about that. We could have had it undisputed 1,000 times. We're not gonna get it now. But Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury fighting Lineal. You know, they fighting for that. And Joshua ain't gonna be fighting, you know, somebody WBO or the IBF, Usyk or Kubrat Pulev, right? That's what's probably gonna happen. So there's not gonna be anything happening there. Okay? So when you're looking at all that, I know I'm sounding like the Grinch or Ebenezer Scrooge or whatever it is. It's people just hating or whatever. Just a pessimistic dude in the internet. But that is the bottom line. And here we care about undisputed primarily, you know, because it's any other sport we're watching. Especially me, I don't have, there's no other sport where somebody don't win. You get a draw, but then you meet again. You know, the end of the season, somebody's the best, right? And speaking of the best, you see, we don't have a WBSS tournament probably 2020. They can't find people, sponsors and stuff for finding out who the very best is. That's what the WBSS tournament is. Find out who the very best is in a division. We have thousands of them. Those divisions I did were just the very main divisions that used to be from the 50s, 60s, 70s. Now we got in the 80s, right? Now we got a whole bunch of juniors and middle juniors and supers and, you know, all kinds of stuff popping off. right? So, but so we don't have to mention all of that. But probably none of the weights, but none of the main weights, we're not going to have any undisputed or anything like it, right? So, with that being said, that's a dim 2020. It's going to suck, unfortunately. It's going to suck, and it's just really it's really sad, to be honest with you. It's really sad, to be honest with you, that it's going to look like that. But boxing, like I said, undisputed. When you become undisputed, the corruption stops, and I just don't think people want it to. And if you look at all of the divisions that I just did, the problem most of the time are some of the fighters with the big names, right? Because the fans, and I don't know if that's fans. I don't know if people working for them or people that are just tied into them, really got emotionally involved with them. Those people enable these guys to get away with this stuff, right? The big names in boxing, Lomachenko, he's a real problem for that lightweight division, now, ain't he? What the weight division? Man, gonna really pop off. Pacquiao got to do something. But here's the difference. I'm gonna give Pacquiao a pass because Pacquiao's a legend, but he's still in the way of undisputed. You know what I'm saying? He ain't trying to be undisputed. So that's a problem. Now, isn't it? Whether we like it or not. In the middleweight division, the problem is I ain't got nothing. I ain't got even no reservation saying it. The problem in middleweight division is Canelo and GGG. Those are the problems. And if you look at anybody's pound for pound list that don't look like me, guaranteeing you those two will be hot, way up in the pound for pound list. And all those people know that. Middleweight division is absurd, right? Middleweight division is absurd. They should just go straight over to the Senate because that's where they'll fit in. Middleweight division is absurd that everybody in boxing is letting that happen in the middleweight division. That's just ridiculous. So we can move on. Like heavyweight division, something might pop off. Nobody, that's known is a problem in that division. Something can happen there. Heavyweight division, The reason we don't have undisputed right now is people with big names. Now I'm going with AJ. Right? Because we could have had this in about 2018 for sure. 2017 probably. If AJ felt like Daniel Dubois does, we would have. If AJ was Daniel Dubois, we'd have undisputed by now. Whether Dubois be undisputed is a different question, but he would have went for it. It's just a difference there, right? Like it or lump it. And all of these people that can do that have these huge names. They're the A side and all of that crap that has nothing to do with getting in the ring beating somebody. Because in their divisions are bad dudes that the people are enabling them to not fight. That's what they all have in common, right? And they're the problem. It's just proven. Now, as pessimistic as I could be, come in, give me something positive to think about for 2020. Something positive. If somebody got an undisputed fight as a scenario where that can happen, right? Something positive. Because right now, if we really be honest, we ain't got too much to look forward to. Because I don't see too many people trying to be undisputed. Do you? Doma Sports Talk. Worldwide. I'm unfortunately up out of here, y'all.